Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever thought about how simple stones could link history, prophecy, maybe even divine objects?
It's a fascinating connection.
Yeah, so today we're diving deep into some biblical texts, thinking Joshua, Malachi, but also looking at a very specific interpretation from Dallas James.
Right, a unique framework.
Exactly. We want to explore the symbolism of stones, Christ, hidden treasures, try to connect these dots and see, how different views can really shift our understanding.
Well, a good place to start is probably Joshua chapter 4, verse 5, the 12 stones from the Jordan River.
Okay.
These weren't just souvenirs. It was a commanded act, really fundamental for building national identity and crucially for passing faith down the generations.
So like a teaching tool, designed to make future kids ask questions.
Precisely. What mean ye by these stones? That question, it creates a sort of physical public fact on the ground.
Anchoring the miracle, the abstract idea made tangible.
Exactly. They served as an oath, a sign, very public, and a zikaron, a memorial. Looking back, preserving that past event.
Got it. Public, plural, retrospective. Okay.
Here's where the Dallas James interpretation takes a sharp turn. Regarding the Urim and the Thummim.
Ah, right. Usually thought of as, two objects, like lots the priests used?
That's the conventional view, but James argues it's actually a single divinely made artifact.
Really? That's quite a departure. What's it supposed to look like then, in this view?
Oh, it's described very specifically. A flat, oval jasper stone overlaid with 12-karat gold.
12 karat, okay.
And engraved with, get this, a quotient lion, a serpent, and a tree of life. And it has 7 eyes.
Wow. Okay, that's incredibly detailed.
And this single object in his framework is identified as, multiple significant things. The Christ stone of Scripture, the Holy Grail, the Rock of Israel, the Key of David.
So connected to a lot of powerful symbols.
And claiming it's the stone from Daniel's prophecy, the one cut out without hands. Divine origin.
And there's a whole interpretive method tied to this, the UTV.
Yes, the Urim Thummim version, hermeneutic. It fundamentally changes how certain texts are read. For instance, the Greek word mysterion.
Usually mystery.
Right. It gets retranslated as hidden thing, embedding this physical artifact right into New Testament concepts. It becomes the central hidden thing.
Okay, so that artifact becomes key to unlocking Scripture itself in this view.
That seems to be the idea.
How does this then tie into, say, the prophets, like Malachi?
Good question. Malachi 3.17 talks about God's sigla, his special treasure.
Which is traditionally understood as the people of Israel, right? His chosen people.
Correct. But the James framework draws a direct line, an inferential argument, linking this special treasure specifically to that Urim Thummim artifact.
How does it make that link?
Well, based on a few things. The last days context of Malachi 3, a perceived overlap in meaning with the treasure of great price parable. The artifacts claim divine origin. And this idea that when God is making up his jewels, he's actually unveiling this specific hidden thing, the artifact.
So even Elijah's return is connected to restoring this object?
Within the framework, yes. His mission is tied to its restoration.
Okay, so if we step back and synthesize this, what's the big picture shift?
We see a really significant change in the nature of the witness. The Jordan stones were many. They were public, looking backward.
Right.
The Urim Thummim, as interpreted here, is singular, supposedly hidden for ages but now revealed, and it's forward-looking, oracular even.
And the whole idea of a Christ stone changes too. It goes from Christ being the metaphorical bedrock of the church
to this framework, suggesting a literal physical object is the Christ stone.
So the Jordan stones maybe set a precedent, a type.
Exactly. You could see them as a typological foreshadowing, establishing the principle. God uses tangible objects as witnesses.
And the Urim Thummim artifact, in this specific interpretation, becomes the ultimate fulfillment of that, the antitype.
Precisely. The perfect, singular, divinely made treasure, supposedly from paradise itself, that testifies to God's whole plan.
So, reflecting on all this, we've gone from historical memorial stones, grounding faith in a past event, to this interpretation of a single, highly symbolic claimed divine artifact that, for adherents of this view, literally embodies Christ and defines the end times.
It really highlights how physical things can become incredibly powerful anchors for spiritual belief.
Or, maybe, how different ways of reading texts can build entirely different theological structures from the same foundations.
Which brings us to a final thought for you, the listener. In a world just full of information and claims, how do you personally distinguish between an object that's maybe a helpful reminder, a memory aid, and one claimed to be, the embodiment of ultimate truth itself. How does the way we anchor our faith shape how we even understand Revelation?